Good evening, everyone. I'm Lonnie.
I'm Amberlicious.
And it's kind of late, apparently.
I'm tired.
We are Untitled Nerd Network, brought to you by Infinity Flux out of Hickson, Tennessee. And this is the episode live recap of the newest X-Files episode that literally just went off less than 5 minutes ago. So we are doing a live chat and a live review and all that good stuff. Welcome Mary to the chat. First one in here. It says our shirts are amazing.
Thanks. Well, this one's Lonnie's. I borrowed it today because it was wacky day at my job.
Douglas C. just watched the X-Files and is here to join us in our post-episode recap. And this episode was weird. It was... The actual episode name is Rm9sbG93ZXJz. Now, I'm wondering, there has to be some kind of hidden message in that, maybe?
I guess.
Maybe. Or it's just a bunch of letters thrown together. They don't just randomly do stuff. There's meaning behind it. I'm not 100% sure on that.
There's no
but this is our live recap. We're going to talk about the episode in depth. And however long it takes us. I'm not watching
Mary
the chat.
said it was wacky day at the school too. Yeah,
wow.
It was wacky day for Joseph as well. A lot of school, because what it is Read Across America this week.
Okay.
Friday is Dr. Seuss's birthday.
Sweet.
And so we're doing all kinds of fun things. But yeah, I'm pretty sure every school in the district was doing Wacky Wednesday today.
So, this episode of The X-Files, and now, in the previews that I was watching, a lot of people were likening this to Black Mirror.
And it kind of had a Black Mirror vibe.
Yeah, this was like network TV, safe for network television, Black Mirror type stuff. But it wasn't as dark, but it had the same filming style.
It had a vibe to it, though.
It did, and I was actually, now, I don't even really want to say this, but this is the first episode ever that they have referenced Scully having a massaging device.
Just wanted to mention that.
Look,
there's no reason to mention that.
No, I'm very surprised. Funny. I'm very surprised that they went there. I mean, granted, whatever. I mean, I'm good with it. I mean, I really am good with it.
You are. But, I mean, that's just so common now.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's a common thing. I mean, it's kind of like...
I guess you have a woman like... She has to be in her late 50s by now? A woman in her late 50s that lives by herself?
I mean, yeah. Well, here's the thing, is like... when Sarah and I were in Florida, a few years ago.
I don't know if I like where this is going.
Trust me. And we're so cool, we didn't go hit the bars or anything at night. We'd come home and eat dinner and watch Family Feud. That's what we did. And we were watching Family Feud, and they asked on there what top 5 things a woman purchases after breaking up, and number 3 was a vibrator. That was the answer. And I'm like, that would have never been on Family Feud when I was a kid. It's just, it's changed, and it's more accepted.
It's more, I guess, considered more of like a health thing at this point.
It is now.
Okay. Anyway.
I'm just explaining the significance of it being there.
Okay, yeah. So the episode begins with Mulder and Scully, and this episode had very little dialogue.
Yeah, it was a lot of action.
Yeah, it was a lot of action, a lot of
emotion.
Having to kind of pay attention to what's going on. Mm-hmm. So Mulder and Scully at the very beginning, they are eating in this automated sushi restaurant. Not another human in sight. It's kind of a really nice, fancy looking, kind of dark atmosphere, neon lights. That type thing, stainless steel tables and things like that. And so they're served, they eat, they're having a good time, and then the option comes to tip the robotic waiter, and they choose not to. and
let's be. Mulder chooses
Mulder.
not to.
Okay, Mulder chose not to. But at the same time, Scully throughout this episode
was also being punished for that because she was with him.
Well, not just that, but she's constantly saying no to reviews. She's getting, as people do, getting short with her phone and with the apps and stuff. You know, like the what was it called? Whips. It was basically Uber, but you know they can't use the word Uber.
Well, obviously.
And she gets in a car, and you know the automated car is trying to be friendly to her, and she's just yelling at it, saying, "No, I don't want to hear any music. I don't want to talk." And it's like, "How can we help you?" And she's like, "Just shut up." And so her treating, like him treating the machines like that, her treating machines like that, ends up leading into this huge, massive, just...
Well, I mean, I just picked up the vibe when she was in there that she didn't want to be in there by herself. And, like, it was taking her where she didn't want to go. It's not that she just wasn't being courteous. It wasn't following direction. I mean, that's just the vibe I picked up from it, though.
Yeah, kinda, but I mean, at the very beginning, when she gets in the car, it's asking her, you know...
Sarah's meowing in the chat.
Wow. Anyway.
Look, there's a kitty cat in the chat.
This basically leads into like this gigantic, things just keep getting worse and worse and worse. And
I mean, that little vacuum thing made her...
Yeah, the vacuum thing basically destroyed her house.
Yeah.
And that was where...
the culprit,
that was the thing where the vacuum goes under her bed, and it, like, boots her little electronic device out.
And suggested that it comes in new bold colors. And
a thing on her phone pops up, and it was like your personal massage device comes in awesome, a wide array of colors. You know, would you like to purchase one? And at this point, she's just pissed and just keeps hitting no.
Yeah.
And then her house alarm starts going off, and when it's like a false alarm and it won't reply to her password or anything, and whenever she has to like call the company to get it reset, they charge her $250 for a false alarm fee. And it's just constantly just making life a pain in the butt. Mulder gets attacked by drones. Finally, they end up meeting up together, and they get attacked by more drones. And
3D printed bullet.
Yeah, this like gun basically pops up, and it refills itself by 3D printing bullets. And just over the course of this hour-long episode, it keeps giving Mulder options just over and over and over. Hey, are you sure you don't want to tip your waiter at the sushi bar? It's like you have 4 more hours, and it's like you have 3.5 more hours, and then 3 hours, and then finally we get down to like the last 10 seconds, and like they're just about to die pretty much.
Yeah, because this robot's like, what, got saws or something on it?
Yeah. And it's like, you know, hey, you've got 10 seconds. Are you sure you don't want to tip your waiter? This is the last chance. And it's like counting down. So finally at 1, he decides to tip 10%. And it's like, yay, thank you. And then it ends up giving them like the moral of the story as the machines are going to act how you treat them.
This is we learn from you.
Yeah, we learn from you.
And then Mulder says we have to be better teachers.
Yes. It was a very...
So true.
It was a good moral, because it's very interesting. That kind of harkens back, and I know you haven't seen Age of Ultron, have you?
No.
Okay, so like this isn't really like a spoiler, because you know Ultron wants to kill everybody.
Yeah.
But this kind of, like I said, harkens back to Age of Ultron, where Tony Stark creates an artificial intelligence. It creates its own body and everything, and it basically spends 10 minutes on the internet and decides that humanity must be eradicated. Just because humanity is so toxic and evil at its core. Like, there are good elements, but people overall are just mean and stupid. And I mean, that's really what this artificial intelligence, with really no, I mean, it had like a moral compass, it knew right and wrong, and it spends just a few minutes on the internet and realizes, hey, humanity needs to be wiped out for the planet's own good.
That that also can be interpreted as like humans learn from other humans. You know, talking about people that don't want to tip and don't tip when they go out, and like that's treating your waiter shitty. That's how they make their living. You expect people to treat you nice. Don't. If you want other people to treat you nice, you gotta treat them nice. Period.
That is true. This was really just one big moral episode.
Mm-hmm.
It basically, hey, don't treat people like crap.
Thanks, Cameron. He said he loved the cat shirts.
Awesome. Thank you.
We're going to have to start wearing these more. We get a lot of attention for them.
Yeah. Like our live view numbers right now are like at an all-time high for the X-Files. And thank you if you're watching. Also remember, we're giving away a Nintendo Switch. Hit the subscribe button. Go to unnprizes.com. And we'll be one of our first 1,000 subscribers. And you'll get a good chance at a Nintendo Switch. I would be willing to wager that it's probably better than 1 in 500 odds.
Yeah.
So, and we're getting really close to that 1,000th subscriber.
We are.
But yeah, this episode was really good because it ends with them in like a people diner. You know, like an old-fashioned, you know, roadside diner. Mm-hmm. And they eventually realize, oh, you know, we're spending all of our time on our phones. And they just kind of put their phones aside and start holding hands and just kind of enjoy each other.
Well, that and like he was considering not putting a tip down still after that too.
Yeah.
And she was like, "No, let's hold hands."
This was basically like a full karma episode.
It really was.
Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, this is one of them. This is one of those weird episodes. It doesn't tie in with the overall story. Mm-hmm. It's just a good standalone, make you think episode. And I mean, I really enjoyed it. This is probably my second favorite episode beside the Mandela Effect.
I agree, Sarah.
And as I've gotten older, mm-hmm. I find that I like the funny, humorous X-Files as much, if not more, than the scary or alien-based ones.
Right. Sarah said people who don't tip are evil. And she's correct.
I tip. I occasionally
tip.
Might not have enough to tip a substantial amount that the waiter deserves, but I do tip something all the time.
Yeah. I
tip my barber.
I do a minimum of 15%.
I tip my barber. I didn't even know until just a couple of years ago that you're supposed to tip a massage therapist. Mm-hmm. I did not know that.
Massage
I found that out the hard way, by the way.
You know, your hairstylist, your tattoo artist.
I did not. Wait, did I tip my tattoo artist that gave me my halo tattoo? I can't remember. Seems like I did. I just paid him a little extra. A lot of them
will take tips, yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, my halo tattoo was like $40, mm-hmm. and I paid him $50, I think, something like this. But yeah, I mean that is, and you're kind of getting away from the review itself. But
Douglas said, "So are you evil if you don't want to tip a robot?" This episode proved so.
Yes, because at what point does the robot become like sentient? Like mm-hmm. at what point? It was kind of like,
all I got to say is you better tip them. They gonna become self-aware. They gonna know who tipped and who didn't. I'm just saying.
That is a pretty good point. Skynet's coming for you if you don't tip. Just saying.
Somebody said that was the beginning of Skynet.
Well, it basically was. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this I like this. This episode gets a 10 for me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I liked it. The only one that I like better out of this season so far was the Mandela Effect one.
Yeah, that one was really, really good.
And I really think Reggie made that episode. I mean, I'll still say what made that episode.
That one was a really good one. The one where they met their son, so to speak.
Yeah, that was my third favorite.
That was a really good one. That's actually my favorite, to be honest. I'm going to give this one like a 9. It wasn't perfect for me. It was a good episode.
But it was a dang good episode.
But it's just not 10. And I could probably watch it again. It's cool.
This is probably one of those ones that you'll probably catch a lot more the second time you watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I can absolutely see that. And you could tell that they just had fun making this one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I tell you what, it's gonna suck to see Mulder and Scully go, because you know this is probably gonna be it.
Oh.
Uh,
We appreciate it as fans, y'all doing one more season.
Yeah, I very much appreciate them doing it. And I mean, I do. I want them back, because I'll go ahead and say at the first episode of this season, I was like, oh God, they should have just left it alone and just let it end on a cliffhanger or whatever. But no,
it's gotten
this season
better.
has been amazing.
Yeah. Douglas says for me it was an 8. And I can agree with that. I almost gave it an 8, but I was like, nah.
Yeah, I really did like this one, because it taught a moral lesson, and I like the art direction, the filming, the look of it. It had a good, clean, sterile aesthetic. You know, it was like Black Mirror. It kind of reminded me of the episode where people could record everything that they had seen. It really had that vibe to it.
Yes.
Technology. This is, and that's funny. That's what really brings people so close to Black Mirror. Is the reason people like it is because it may be science fiction, but it's just outside of science fact. We're within reach of everything that happens in Black Mirror, and the exact same thing happened in this episode of the X-Files. We might not quite be at what point that was, but we're pretty freaking close. Like, we're just barely touching it.
Yeah.
That's how close we are. So, anyway, as much as I hate to do it, because we have so many awesome viewers in the chat right now, and, talking and everything, we're going to have to go ahead and wrap. Remember, we will be on... I'm going to try to do something tomorrow night. I don't know whether it's going to be a game stream.
You probably need to do a game stream tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow night. Do you want to see Oblivion, or do you want to see Skyrim? Put something in the comments. Not the live comments. Wait until this video archives and right there, so I know who says what. But yeah, we're probably going to do some kind of video game stream tomorrow night. We've got all kinds of other stuff coming up. Marvel Cinematic Universe reviews. So we've got to do some Supernatural, which is what we were going to do tonight. And then Joseph reminded us about 10 minutes before the X-Files came on. Aren't we going to watch the X-Files? I was like, holy crap.
I guess we are.
Holy crap.
And then poor baby had to go upstairs.
Yeah, that does suck, because I was like, well. But anyway, we got all that going on. And
bye, Douglas.
I really, really appreciate everybody coming on tonight, because tonight was one of the best.
Sarah and Cameron and Mary.
Yes.
All of them.
Video game review tomorrow night. Friday. We have something planned Friday.
Rumors ATL.
Oh yeah, we're going to go see Rumors ATL. That will not be broadcast. We're just going for fun.
We're just going for fun. We need some fun.
Stay tuned to Saturday Night Cruise Saturday night. Our Spoiling Dead review Sunday night. If everything goes according to plan, Amber might get a car Saturday, and that means I'll be able to get my computer Sunday.
You're so silly.
Anyway. Hey, I don't know which one I'm looking forward to more.
I know which one I'm looking forward to more. I don't know about you.
But once all that comes together, we will start doing UNN Live again. And it looks like, if everything goes according to plan, our UNN Live will start back up a week from tomorrow. And it looks like our first guest is going to be Rocky from FarleyCon, promoting our appearance at FarleyCon on the 17th.
That's awesome.
Which will also be St. Patrick's Day. And, all right, we're going to go ahead and wrap. I'm Lonnie.
I'm Amberlicious.
And we're Untitled Nerd Network, brought to you by Infinity Flux out of Hickson, Tennessee. And this has been the X-Files, and I'm going to read it out. The X-Files, Season 11, Episode 7. The episode was titled Rm9sbG93ZXJz. That's going to be a good one to say from now on. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and call it a night and go save the world. We'll see everybody tomorrow.